Hey, shalom, family, at this time. May the peace of Yah come upon each and every one of you who obey Him at this time. This is a very important video, and it's dear to your heart, brothers and sisters. I'm here at this time to point these things out. I haven't sent a video up to YouTube in a while, but told Yah I am able to do so at this time. And the title of this video is the One Yah Chosen. It's very important that our nation worldwide must know these things, because there's a lot of controversy. There's a lot of difference between our people in the way they think, brothers and sisters. So I'm here to point things out to you, that you will learn to obey Yah and don't become a rebel and a liar. Because Yah said in the wilderness, He gonna eradicate the rebels and the liars out of our nation, brothers and sisters. I'm begin this off. That's very important. In Genesis, verse sheet, chapter 49. Verse 10, and the words that Yah was given to the prophet Yaakov, the father of the 12 tribes, the Ab of the 12 tribes, brothers and sisters. And Yah gave us this prophecy concerning his 12 sons, offsprings. Yes. So we're gonna get into this, because the 12 sons all died in the land of Mizraim, they call Egypt. So we're gonna start us off. To prove this, let me turn this car for me. I'm sitting in the car at this time. I turned the car on to get some heat, so let me turn it off, because I don't want the sound to overshadow my video that I'm doing at this time. That is very important. So I'm kind of cramped up here a little bit. Just gotta pull the seat back and get a little room. And so bear with me, fam. This real life. Right here. So right here. We're gonna start us off right here in the 49th chapter of Genesis. Into the prophecy, see, it's a Yaakov's prophetic blessing to the 12 tribes and the offspring. See, that's what it was about, and he was calling them. And let's get into it. It's in Yaakov. They got Jacob, but Yaakov called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together, that I may. See that reference, gather yourselves together, that I may. And remember in Zephaniah chapter 2 verse 1, Yah told us to gather ourselves together. That's a physical gathering, brother. The words of Yah, when it was given to the prophet, that's spiritual words that is spoken, that, and when we obey them, brothers and sisters, show forth and bring forth the plans of Yah into I can't even get the words out, into light, brothers and sisters. But you know what I'm saying. So keep that in mind right there, brothers and sisters. It's for enactment, for us to do something, not to do nothing. Yah words is not vain words, empty words. He tell us things to carry out things, brothers and sisters, for a reason. That way he said, gather yourself together and pray before the day of Yah break out on you. Destruction break out on you. He's talking about his own people, brothers and sisters. We got to obey Yah, gather ourselves together and pray. That's why I'm calling for a meeting, brothers and sisters, in the springtime, in the new year of Yah, that we come together, brothers and sisters, and obey Yah and do all the things that Yah told us to do. Brothers and sisters. So right here, let me get into it. So you say right here, and Yaakov called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together, that I may. Give me a moment. I'm trying to get in position to read this, because I got sunlight right there in my face. Okay, so and tell gather yourself together, so I can tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. See that the last days, they got a reference to 1 here, 49:1. It say, this is the first occurrence of the term the last days, a most important concept in biblical prophecy. That the Hebrew word for last here is Aksharif, and generally the expression as also latter days. It's talking about the end times of captivity, brothers and sisters. That's the reference. It's and last times. See, last times. See, because remember y'all said this is going to be the last time ever we're going to be in captivity. Refer to the terminal period in the history of a particular group of people or nations. See, when Bara announced purpose for them are about to be consummated. You see that, brothers and sisters? Come to an end. Brothers and sisters, come to the light, come to the reality that we're going to be free. That's what he's showing you there, brothers. I'm going to tell you what's going to befall you. He was telling his sons. They all died. But he was telling them about what's going to befall on their offsprings. In the latter days, the last of times that we're going to go through all this hell, brothers and sisters, of captivity, turning away from Yah, brothers and sisters. So I'm going to go and read verse 10 in reference to when he was talking to his son Yada. They called Judah, but his real name is Yada. So let's read it. Read it, 'cause I'm building everything around this pointed Messiah, Malik of Yah, the sovereign, the ruler, the king of our nation. You got to know this, brothers and sisters, because this is the establishment and the reestablishment of Yah kingdom on earth, brothers and sisters, restoring which was of old. He renewing it. And you can see in this, he punished Dawi offspring, because Dawi inherited the kingdom and the ruling party and family of our nation, of the tribe from Yada. And in his tribe was the smallest clan of Yada, is from his father. So keep that in mind as well. So from Ephratah. So keep that in mind as well as we're going to go into this, because this is very important and dear to your heart and mind, that you understand these things and know these things. So it said the scepter shall not depart from Yah. See, the ruling family, the ruling party, the royal family. So keep that in mind. So it shall not depart from Yah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet. See that? From the tribe of Yada. Until Shiloh. See, until Shiloh is very important. They got a reference to him, Shiloh, come. And unto him shall the gathering of the people be. See, the people of Yah be. And eventually other nations will come and gather too, and come up to the feast. And the scriptures give reference to that as well. So they got a footnote. So let's read this footnote. It's right here, 49:1. It say this is the first. No, that's not the footnote for 10. The footnote for 10 is down here. Let me go. Yeah, that's verse 1. Verse 10 is right here. Give me a moment. It says several suggestions have been offered to explain the word Shiloh. The oldest translations render it who it is, or to whom it belongs, with reference to the Messiah, see, reign, and the prophecy of Ezekiel 21:27. That's also when I'm building this message around, this video around that prophecy in Ezekiel chapter 21, verse 14 to 27. Verse 24 to 27. So you will see this one, y'all mentioning this one often, brothers. See, these translators, these scholars, when they was reading and trying to understand what is they saying in the Abaru book writings. My brothers and sisters. And it was trying, they were making different suggestions. Well, it means this. Different people saying, well, I think it means that. I think it means this. But it was not talking about a city, a place called Shiloh. This was referring to the king, the sovereign leader, the Melite, that will lead y'all people, and that y'all people will gather too. So keep that in mind. That's what it's showing you in verse 10. I hear a lot of brothers making suggestions. It means this. It's talking about everybody in our nation. It's not talking about everybody. Every scripture is not talking about everybody. When y'all say this servant, every scripture is not talking about when it's identifying servant as the whole 12 tribes, everybody in our nation. No. Sometimes it say that you got to know when it's talking about everybody in our nation, and when it's not talking about everybody in our nation. So let's cover that one more time. It said the scepter shall not depart from Yah. See how y'all isolate right here? There's one nation. There's one tribe, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come. See, this designate one being. See, come. And unto him, see that right there, say unto him shall the gathering of the people be. See, two different distinctions. Him and people is the multitude of the 12 tribes, the remnant of the 12 tribes, gather to him. It's talking about right there. It was showing you at the end time. That's why you go to verse 1 here and tell this is what he said. I'm gonna tell you that which shall befall you at the last days. See, the last days of captivity, that our people will gather to the one right here who's given the power and authority to reign over the nation of the 12 tribes, brothers and sisters. You gather to him. That's what he was showing them, so they can teach this to their children. And it's been passed down on brothers and sisters. But our people constantly sinned against Yah, caused all this hardship to come upon our nation. Everything wasn't being passed down like it's supposed to do. And that's why Yah said, when reliable men, responsible men come from our nation and sisters come, they would spread this word around. But people irresponsible would not spread the words of Yah. They would not take the words of Yah for seriously. They don't put their mind and heart into this. Like now, majority of our people don't put their mind and heart to freedom. They bogged down by these jobs and looking for jobs and works to pay their bills, to stay afloat in America, in captivity in these foreign lands. Everybody trying to figure out how to get ahead. If you obey Yah, we'll be way ahead. We'll be the top nation. All nations will come to us. All nations will serve us when we learn to obey Yah, fam. It's very important. And I ain't even get deep into this message yet, but I established that right there, that point. All this stuff is documented, brothers and sisters. You can see the commentaries, they viewpoints on these scriptures, brothers and sisters. I study all of these things out, brothers and sisters. I see how they thinking about it. I read the scriptures for myself. Even though we read translation, y'all say we was gonna read translation in captivity, brothers and sisters, till we get our hands back on the original. But it's enough information in these translations bring forth freedom in our nation. But you got to obey Yah. You got to get in sync with Yah. When Yah tell you one Messiah, follow his order, brothers and sisters, that will rule our nation. He gave given a responsibility. In Isaiah 9:6, he told you this one he gonna give authority to rule over the nation. He said the government rests upon his shoulder to run it, to rule it, to operate. That's why he said rest upon him, to run it, to rule it. To lead y'all people back to Yah, and y'all people got to gather to the Messiah from here to there, brothers and sisters. These are the words of Yah I'm giving you, brothers and sisters. Not nobody from heaven. I proved that point too. The real Messiah is among you, brothers and sisters. The Caucasian taught you this Messiah gonna come back Ain't nobody know when he gonna come back, but he gonna appear like a thief in the night, and all gonna see him, and he gonna flash in the sky like lightning come from the east to the west, and then he gonna send forth his angels to gather you unto him. See the foolishness in that, brother and sister, in the air. Two on the grinding mill, one gonna be taken and one gonna be left. That's the deception. See, so it's no physically coming together. Remember, in Yah's words, what he told the prophets: gather yourselves together. Just like Yaakov told them to gather yourselves together, sons, and come to me, so I can tell you what's gonna come upon you in the latter days. See, so keep that in mind. We're going to Isaiah 11. It's very important. I'm gonna start at 11. I'm gonna read Isaiah 11. 1-5 first. It's very important to give you this knowledge of Yah. Let me get there. Right here. See right here. I'm reading this. I was reading that the first one, Genesis from the King James Version Bible. But this comes from the Living Bible that shows a lot of things of the issues of Yah and dealing with King Dawid in his royal bloodline. The best. Because it make the distinction from King Dawid when talking about King Dawid and when it's talking about his offspring. See right here in verse 1, let's start off right here. It says, see, the royal line of Dawid. See, some translations got the royal line of Jesse. His father, Jesse. But from Jesse, he wasn't the king, he wasn't part of the royal bloodline. The bloodline started with Dawid when y'all removed Shaul and appointed Dawid, his son. He started the royal line, and y'all made the promise not to Jesse, but unto King Dawid. So let's read it. See right here, it said the royal bloodline of King Dawid will be cut off. That took place when this bloodline got cut off. The last offspring was his at the time was Zedekiah. Zedekiah, when he got cut off and taken into Babylon, and they killed all of his sons, and then blotted out his eyes, and he got killed until he died in Babylon. So keep that in mind. That was the last king when the time period his line got cut off from ruling at that time. But now we had other sons other than just him. But that was the ruling party at the time of his sons. No one else of his sons ruled from that time point until this day. But we're going back into that time period now. So let's read it. It says, "And chopped off down like a tree." But from the stump, see. So like you're saying, like from the stump, like from the foundation of Dawid is referring to his offspring will grow up a shoot. See that? Yes. A new branch, see, from the old root. So keep that in mind. Let me keep reading. See, from the old root, the root was Dawid, King Dawid, from the old root. So showing we still in the earth, and from the old root will spring back forth this branch from that same old root tree, our brothers and sisters, who was King Dawid. So keep that in mind right there. See, I read that point. See, and the spirit, see, the ruach of Yah shall rest upon him. See, it's going to come upon him at some time, not the day of his birth. That's one ruach, but the ruach he's talking, this knowledge going to rest upon him, so he can even know who he is. So rest upon him. See that? Keep that in mind. It say the spirit, the ruach of wisdom, see, gonna come upon him, understanding, counsel, and might, the spirit of knowledge, and the fear of Yah. His delight will be in obedience to Yah. He will not judge by the appearance, false evidence, or hearsay, but will defend the poor, see that, and exploit it. He will rule against the wicked who oppress them. For he will be clothed with fairness and with truth. These are the words of Yah, brother and sister. All this going to equip the Messiah that going to come upon him, in him, brothers and sisters. So I'm giving you qualities of him that he going to inherit from Yah. He didn't possess these things from the beginning. Yah say he going to give them to him. Just like he give his other children knowledge as well. As I go to, I'm going to go to Isaiah chapter 42 to show you some things there. So I'm giving you knowledge about this one who y'all reference to. It's time when y'all talk about his nation. And it's time when y'all talk about, let me just read Isaiah real quick. What's on my mind? 11, 12, right, verse 12, right here real quick. See right here? It says, he will raise a flag, see, among the nations for them to rally to, see, to him, to come to him. He will gather the scattered, they got Israelites, Yashayelites, from the ends of the earth. Then at last the jealousy between, they got Israel and Yada will end. Keep that in mind. See that? The two nations y'all said, told Ezekiel to put in it, these two sticks in the hand that's represent the two nations that gonna come together and be one, under one rulership, under one sovereign leader. Because remember, during the time after Solomon's death and what Solomon done, he didn't follow y'all with all his heart. He said, I'm gonna rip this kingdom away from you, Solomon, but not in your lifetime, but in your son's lifetime. And then when his son came into power, he got a confrontation with Rehoboam, or Jeroboam, and the kingdom got divided. And then at that time, they had two separate kings, the northern king, the southern king. See? Our brothers and sisters. So, and it was always a beef between the two, fighting and killing. Our brothers and sisters. To the northern nation, in chapter 7, it showed you in Isaiah, they tried to dethrone and overturn what Yah promised King Dawid, that will remain a king on the throne forever. See? They tried to dethrone King Ahaz. Then Yah gave a sign to the King Ahaz that a child gonna be born from a virgin, and before the child know right from wrong, the two kings that sought to kill you, King Peacock and King I just had his name on my mind, slipped my mind. King Peacock and another king, King Risen, gonna be both dead, and that came to pass before the baby knew right from wrong. So that's that right there, brothers and sisters. So keep that in mind. And so I'm going to right here. I'm going to chapter 42 of Isaiah. So keep that in mind, brothers and sisters. I'm showing you some things of Yah about this one. You got to know about this one. It's very important and very significant to know about the real Messiah. Many brothers, yes, today they call themselves the Messiah, but they don't even know the real Messiah name. So that already shut them out the door. They like the knowledge of Yah. You got to have the knowledge of Yah if you are who you are. You got to know who you are. You got to know the words of Yah. Brothers and sisters, it's not a game, brothers and sisters, to play with your own life. It's death to fall on the bad side of Yah. You see what he did to our nation. Y'all didn't play. 2/3 of our nation dropped dead in many different ways, brothers and sisters. Y'all don't play when he executes his judgment. You got to fear Yah. It's right here. And move carefully in what you say. Right here, chapter 2 chapter 42 of Isaiah is very important. Every word of Yah is important, extremely important. And not to take lightly, he said, see my servant whom I uphold, my chosen one, in whom I delight. I have put my spirit, see right here saying, I put my spirit upon him, and he will reveal righteousness. They got justice, but it's righteousness to the nations, see, of the world. He will be gentle. He will not shout, nor, let me make sure I got it right. He will not shout nor quarrel in the streets. He will not break the bruised reed, nor quench the dimly burning flame. He will encourage the faint-hearted, those tempted to despair, see, lose hope in all things. He will see full righteousness given to all who have been wrong. He won't be satisfied until truth and righteousness sees the deep prevail throughout the earth, nor until even. Okay, let me make sure I'm at even distant land beyond the sea put their trust in him. This is so important, brothers and sisters. This is so important what it's saying right there. Let me keep reading. It's so important what y'all saying. This is going to come over a time period, not all in one day. It said, and Yah, Barah, who created the heavens and stretched them out and created the earth and everything in it, and gives life and breath and spirit to everyone. See that? In all the world. He is the one who says to his servant, see, the Messiah. He specified one, this Messiah. See, when he's talking about this servant, he's not talking about the whole 12 tribes like some people will insinuate and think, because they don't see it pointed out to them clearly, like in this translation, it's referring to the Messiah right here. It said, I, Yah, have called you. See, he's talking about the Messiah. I, Yah, have called you. See, this is a message directly to him. So when I read it, I would know it. See, I, Yah, called you to demonstrate, see, to show forth my righteousness. And I will guard and support you. For I have given you to my people. See that the distinction from the one sovereign leader, the Messiah, from y'all people, the 12 tribes, as a personal confirmation. See, personal proof. This is what the whole nation of Yah got to get. The whole 12 tribes got to get into your heart, your mind. This is the real knowledge of Yah, what I'm giving to you, brothers and sisters. Yah have given you one from among you that he told our ancestors, Jacob, about in Genesis 49:10, brothers and sisters. That was going to befall you in the last days. This one was going to come that is pointed by Yah. I'm pointing out to you now, brothers and sisters. Let me get to where I'm at. And you should also, let me make sure I got my right place. Give me a moment. See, he said, let me read that again, so I can get it. It said, I have given you to my people. See, that's the 12 tribes there. As a personal confirmation of my covenant. See, between us and Yah. With them. See? So this one is very important in your nation. Like some people, oh no, one person ain't important. Yes, it is, brothers. Yah said it. I'm just reading the document of the words of Yah. If you believe in these scriptures, it's there in all of your scriptures. Some got phrased up a different way where you don't understand it, so you start going in your own way of thinking. Because they didn't make it clear in your translation, but this Living Bible will make it clear. See, with them, you shall also be a light to guide the nations unto me. See that? See what they say? Guide the nation to you. The Messiah responsibility that Yah has invested in him and has given him when the Spirit comes upon you to guide you to Yah, and also the nations to Yah. All those who will love Yah. That's what the scriptures say. See, unto me. It says, you will open the eyes of the blind and release those who sat in prison, darkness, and despair. See, loss of hope. He said, I am Yah. See, Yah was still talking to the Messiah about the Messiah. This message was designated for him, and also that it will be taught to you, that you will know is one for you, is as a personal confirmation from Yah. That the covenant is still with you. Yah never dropped the covenant with you. We are bound by that covenant of Yah to return to Yah. The Messiah responsibility to open your eyes to the words of Yah, to break you out of captivity. You're going to see this. It might be a part 2 of this video. It'll just be if I don't run out of time in this. I think I might got about an hour. Hopefully I can do this in an hour. It don't shut me down. I could do it in one. So say, so let me get into it. Say, who sat in prison darkness and despair. He said, I am Yah. That is my name. And I will not give my honor, to anyone else. I will not share my praise with carved idols. You see that? Yah said he will not give his honor to no one else. If that's reference to the Messiah, but he said he's not sharing with no idol, but the whole time right there, he was talking to his servant, the Messiah. And for the people of Yah to see this, to know Yah is giving you one, the real Messiah. Yah that he talks about in Jeremiah 23, verse 5 to 6. That what you will gather to and also be a light to the nations to come to Yah. See? Not just to come to the Messiah, but coming by hearing the words from the Messiah, you'll come, it will lead you to Yah. You will gather to Yah. That's what Yah told our ancestor, Yaakov. They called Jacob. That at the end time, this one who the power and authority is given to is where the people going to gather to him. Not just anybody. The whole scripture only tells you to gather to one being that Yah gives the power to at the end time. So let's get deep into this, brothers and sisters. We deep into it now. Let me pull up the other translation real quick. It's the same Living Bible. It's just a bigger Living Bible. Ezekiel, the prophet book Ezekiel. Some people say his real name is Hezekiah, but Ezekiel Yah. So Hezekiah, but I'm gonna go with the word Ezekiel, so you could find that book right here. Ezekiel right here, chapter 21, verse 24. Let's get into it, family. It's very important at this time. Focus on the words of Yah. Meditate on the words of Yah. Love the words of Yah. Don't try to twist Yah words up for your own thinking, because you wanted to say something else how the way you thinking. That's what a lot of our brothers and sisters get into right here. See right here, say And yeah, I don't use the word Lord and God. Once you do your homework, you'll learn the word Lord and God was added into the translations to replace the creator name and title. Brothers and sisters. So let me get into it. It say, Yah Bara says again and again, your guilt cries out against you, for your sins are open and unashamed. Wherever you go, whatever you do, all is filled with sin. And now the time of punishment has come, O King Zedekiah. See, that was the very last king of Dawi offspring. O King Zedekiah, evil prince of Yashael Yah. See how I got that? Your final day of reckoning is here. Take off your jewels crown. Yah Bara say, the old order changes. See right here? Now, the poor are exalted. See right here? Y'all talking, the next king gonna be in a poor status. That's what he's showing already did. Because see, when Zedekiah heard the kingdom, he was already a prince in the kingly family when he had heard the throne. He was already into royalty, riches. He said, but y'all was showing then, I'm gonna change that order, and the king gonna come back. The next king that come to the throne gonna be in a poor state and be exalted into honor. That's what y'all was showing right there. So let me get into it real quick. Right here, it say, see, it said the old order changes. Now the poor are exalted, and the rich brought very low. See that? Y'all brought the rich of our nation down. Remember when y'all snatched that kingdom away from our nation, took away all our wealth, and saying the wealth going to be the price for your sins. He said, I will overturn the kingdom. You see that? So that even the new order, see, he said, even the new order that emerges, see, that come forth all this overturning, will not succeed until the man appears who has the right to it. You see that? But they were saying Shiloh. They say the place where Shiloh. They added the word Shiloh in place of the in Genesis 49:10. Who have the rights to the kingdom? See, and I will give it all to him. That's very significant, brothers. See, this one man from our nation. Y'all say you're gonna overturn it. And we go back into history, overturn it to the rightfully man that y'all appoint to have the kingdom and run it. That will have a heart after y'all. Everything, it shows the characteristics of this man that y'all gonna give him, the qualities of this man. His mindset, the way he gonna be thinking of our nation. All brothers don't fit this criteria, that mindset, that character of this one that love y'all, fear y'all, love y'all people. Everybody don't fit that bill, brothers and sisters. So it's gonna be distinction. It's gonna be overturn. The book of Hosea, the prophet. See the words of y'all, brothers. We going through the words of y'all. Right now, let me get to the book of Hosea. Bear with me, family. We're going to Hosea 1. That is very important, brothers and sisters. At this time, I'm cramped up in the car. I know you say, here you go with them excuses. Oh boy, here we go again, family. Bear with me. So let me get the whole shit, y'all brothers and sisters. So it's very important. I hope you're getting all of this. I can't even find who shared like I want to. Okay, Hosea 1. Give me a moment. I'm about to go to my scripture. Somebody tore it out my scripture. I got so many scriptures missing pages for my children. It ain't funny. That's why I flop books, switch books here to there. Cause my children they do a number to me with these scriptures. So let me go to Hosea. I got to pull up this other scripture and find Hosea in this one. Okay, give me a moment. I get there. So I'm using a lot of regular books that were once in top shape, but my children get a hold on to them, and they don't take care of them. So they don't understand at this time. But chapter 1, verse 11 of the prophet book Hosea. Okay, let's get it right into it right here. See right here, it's very important. See, verse 11 here. Let me get my pen on it. Here, make sure I'm on the right spot here. Here, now let's get into it. It said, then the people of Yada, see they Judah, people of Yada, and the people of Yashael. You remember I said the two sticks coming to one, the two nations will unite. See, this talking about the end times. We're in the end times, so you're going to unite and have one leader. See that? See what your translation say that you're reading now before, and what this translation say? It say you're going to choose a leader. You're going to accept the leader that y'all already appointed. See right here, it's they're going to be united. They're going to unite because you're going to be united by the Messiah. See, the Messiah is the one responsible to bridge the gap between the two, to make the two become one. See, it said, and then the people of Yad and Israel, will unite, see, come together and have one leader. They will return, see, after you unite and have one leader, see, one leader, it said then you're going to return, not before. I mean, not after, but before you return, you're going to be united under one leader and return from exile. You see that? Together. See, when you live in exile, we're going to unite under one leader. One leader that y'all point, this man point and set over the 12 tribes, going to unite you. Remember saying he going to raise a flag up? Because the flag going to be flying to every nation among our people. Why do you think I got the flag up there? All this, what I'm showing you now is relevant in reference to all the words of Yah, prophecies of Yah. Right before your eyes, a lot of people don't comprehend this, but now I'm showing you, I'm opening up this to you, the works of Yah and the works of the real Messiah, what they're going to do. Who would ever thought the real Messiah would bring forth a flag of Yah? Yah told Moshe to bring a flag and tell them to set up on banners in every camp, and where all the people could gather to their own individual camps when they were set up in the wilderness. You see that? Y'all brought the custom of the flags. And by the Messiah, who making it important again about these flags and bringing back the custom before y'all in your eyesight. And as you study these things, you see these things, start seeing these things clear, what he stated in Isaiah 11:12. Go back there and read it, brothers and sisters. Please watch this video over again and get the words of Yah out of it. And stop going on your own thinking, or you're not going to have freedom. You're going to be going, why we don't have freedom? Because you don't know what Yah words is really saying to you. Right here, I'm pointing them out to you, fan. I'm not getting on you, but please take it to heart and love the words of Yah. Right here it said, then, once again, then the people of Yada and Yashael, y'all see the 12 tribes, will unite. See, come back together. Because remember the time we got divided out to Solomon. And have one leader. See, now going to be under one leader again. And they will return from exile together. What a day that will be. See that? the day when Bara, see the creator Yah, will sow us, plant us back, his people in the fertile soil of their own land again. What a day that's going to be, fam. So I'm not over yet. I got quite a few more scriptures to go, but that is so vital, so important. As I'm going to go to Hosea 3:5 and point this out to you that a lot of people been misinformed about. Again, because see, some of the translators deceive people. Some of the translators put the word King David in there when it should be referring to the Messiah, his son. So right here, verse 3:5 points it out again. See right here? It says, after they will return. Let me see, I kind of got too much shadow. Let me get right here so I can get it real quick. Let's see right here, verse 5, chapter 3 of Hosea said, after they will return to Yah, their Bara, and to the Messiah. See it right here? Your translation, a lot of you read, it got King David, but King David is dead in the grave. It said to the Messiah, the one who's responsible to break you out. This man. It says to the Messiah right here. They're king. See that? They sovereign. And they shall come trembling. See how you coming? After you unite to come to the Messiah, some translators say seek Yah and King David. See, when you get into the words, you're seeking Yah, and in Yah's word, it show you must gather to the Messiah. Seek the Messiah as well. Yah, these are the words of Yah, brothers and sisters. A lot of people say, oh, it's Yah. Oh no, Yah tells you, put these things out into many books. It's not a coincidence, family. What I'm pointing out to you. Yah told our ancestor Yaakov, none of us can't go